Now on 4 News Now at 6, schools caught in the middle of state and federal law battling over transgender athletes. What regulations the state superintendent says schools must follow.
The skies are beginning to clear, but I am tracking more rain and some snow on the way. I'll help you plan your weekend around the wet weather in your First Alert forecast.
It's the hardest thing as a mom. Lose your kid, to bury your kid, and
a grieving mother advocating for change just days after losing her son. Why she says perspectives on the opioid crisis need to change. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, federal orders have left Washington school districts in the middle of a tough situation. Last month, the Trump administration enacted an executive order banning transgender athletes competing in women's sports. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. This is at odds with state law, which bans discrimination based on gender. Today, we heard from State Superintendent Chris Rakedahl on his guidance for school districts. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards joins us live from Meade High School. And Alexandra, the Meade School District has been especially vocal about this.
That's right, Kirsten. The Meade School District sent a letter earlier this week to federal officials pleading them for an intervention here in Washington. Now today, Superintendent Chris Rakedahl made it clear what his guidance is for them and other districts in our area. Follow Washington state law. A Meade School District board member tells me that this makes them feel like they are being coerced.
Right now, it's pretty cut and dry. Districts need to follow state law.
As it stands, Washington public schools are required to allow transgender athletes to participate in the sport that best fits their gender identity. However, President Trump's executive order directly contradicts this. For schools in our area, this has left them with what they call a legal dilemma.
With the Title IX regulations that are out, with the federal executive orders that are out, they contradict what we're being asked to follow in this new policy. And so I think that it's important that they have that discussion and that we aren't stuck in that situation as a board trying to make those tough decisions.
But the Washington Superintendent of Public Instruction has been adamant on his advice for schools. Let transgender athletes participate in female sports.
So our guidance to school districts is this isn't actually a legal conflict yet. Our state laws control in this case. The president's executive order does not get to change law. There's no doubt this is going to end up in the courts.
Spokane Public Schools and the Cheney School District have stated their policies follow these regulations. Others in our area, like the Meade School District, feel this has put them in a crossfire, unable to give their community what they want.
And our state government in Washington is very clear that education is under local control. So I'm really thankful that our current federal government is putting forth these policies that are willing to protect the parents' rights.
Right now, the Meade School District is sticking with WIA regulations, yet others in our region, like Moses Lake, are drifting away from those, creating their own rules. Now, Superintendent Rakedahl tells me that not following state law could have serious consequences. Reporting live from Meade tonight, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
And while school districts are trying to navigate the differences between state and federal law, the Washington Attorney General announced the state is joining a lawsuit over recent cuts made to the Department of Education. The suit involves 20 Democratic-led states and alleges the administration is gutting the agency as a way to implement an unlawful plan to dismantle the department. Attorney General Nick Brown saying, as many of Trump's illegal cuts do, these impacts will fall hardest on young people and families that can least afford it. For months, the president has said he wants to dismantle the Department of Education, and his assisted education should be left to individual states.
Tonight, the moon will be turning a blood red across the U.S. as the moon passes within the darkest part of the Earth's shadow.
It doesn't happen that often because the moon actually orbits slightly above and below the Earth's shadow most of the time. But every couple of years, it punches through that shadow.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. And Chris, do you think we'll have skies clear enough to actually see it here in our area?
Yes, especially if you can stay up maybe a little bit later, watch Nightside, and then you'll have the best chance to see. Let's take a look at your forecast. Partly cloudy skies at 9 o'clock at 36 degrees, and then our skies will clear even more. I still think you'll be able to see something in and out of the clouds earlier than that. It's going to be chilly out with temperatures temperatures in the 30s, 33 degrees by midnight. Now, if you look right now over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena and the Spokane County Courthouse, we have a big dark cloud looming here. We have these isolated showers around the region, and here is what we're looking at. We're here in Spokane, and there is a shower that is making its way north into the Cheney area, maybe impacting Medical Lake. However, these hit and miss showers will continue to dissipate as we get into the evening. The sun sets, we lose our daytime heating, our air mass stabilizes, and these showers will begin to fizzle out. But I think we'll at least get a few sprinkles from this system as it continues to make its way to the north and east. Meanwhile, here are 4 things to know about your weather. It's going to be a dry Friday until late Friday night into Saturday morning. Then we have a little bit of snow on the way. Only minor accumulations taking us into a wet weekend. I'll tell you more what minor accumulations means and have your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. Here is a live look of the newly named pavilion in Riverfront Park. The city's Parks Board approved the naming or selling the naming rights of the pavilion earlier today. That deal is said to generate $2.6 million over 10 years. We'll tell you that new name and how some are feeling about it coming up a little bit later in our 6:30 half hour. All right, getting emergency care will soon become easier for people in the Rathdrum Prairie with the construction of a new hospital in Post Falls.
Plans also include developing a medical campus there. Kootenai Health and MultiCare are teaming up and developing this 30-acre plot at the Highway 41 and Prairie Avenue intersection. That's north of Post Falls High School. Hunter Bertram spoke with Kootenai Health CEO today and shows us what the development will look like.
What is now just mud, dirt, and grass in Post Falls will soon transform into Kootenai Health's new Prairie Medical Campus. It's a vital investment, the company says, to ensure that as this area continues to see growth, the service the community needs stays on pace with it.
It's really growing, and not just Post Falls, but Rathdrum, Hayden, Athol. All those communities are growing rapidly, and we want to be able to grow along with them.
The amount of people living in the Rathdrum Prairie is expected to double in size over the next 20 years. Kootenai Health's Coeur d'Alene campus has already outgrown its current footprint.
But there is limited parking, there's limited space on this main campus, and so it makes sense right now to try to distribute some of those services.
CEO of Kootenai Health, Jamie Smith, tells me in order to ensure the same quality of care, lots of jobs will be coming.
Yeah, this is not just a shift from one place to another, it's actually additional. And so we're going to have jobs, we're going to need services.
With this investment, he hopes it will influence more development in this part of Post Falls, encouraging more people to move here. Phase 1 of this new medical campus will include that new micro hospital, which will offer emergency care, overnight treatment, imaging, and labs. Kootenai Health's intention with buying the 30-acre plot is that they will grow there, ultimately turning this micro hospital into one bigger than Coeur d'Alene's.
As for a timeline on when we'll see this barren plot of land become that new medical campus, Kootenai Health tells me they hope to cut that red ribbon within the next 3 years. In Post Falls, I'm Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
A man in Airway Heights is facing charges for assaulting his 5-year-old son. According to investigators, they received reports of screaming and banging noises from a home at the Northern Heights apartment complex. When officers arrived, they found the boy with significant injuries and arrested the father, 27-year-old Connor M. Bone. The child was placed into protective custody. This is an ongoing investigation. Well, the Central Valley School District is testing out a new cell phone policy, and some students, as you might expect, aren't too happy about it.
Why some say it's boosting their social skills, while others want it gone.
It's shuddering to think that someone would treat any person in this way.
A Connecticut man says he was held captive in his own room for over 20 years and forced to drink toilet water to survive, who he blames in what police call a house of horror.
And a grieving mother demands change days after losing her son to an overdose, which she says needs to change so other parents won't have to bury their kids. This is 4 News Now at 6.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Silver Mountain Resort in Kellogg, Idaho. It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
Bill's Heating would like to congratulate Dino Scarpa on winning 2 tickets to the WCC tournament in Vegas.
Hey, Ben, I make this shot. You have to take me with you to Vegas. Deal?
All right, fine. But you got one shot.
Watch and learn. Okay. All right. 2 out of 3.
Anybody inside? Come out! Police! Where are you?
I'm right here.
She had been shot point blank in the back of the head.
How did she survive?
Stays with you.
I'll never leave.
The new 2020 Friday night on ABC.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
I didn't know that the next day would be the last day.
On March 3rd, Katara Johnson Jones received a phone call no parent wants to receive. Her son had died of a fentanyl overdose. It was the day after she celebrated his 24th birthday with him.
As she grieves the loss of her son, Katara wants people to understand that this epidemic spares no one. Marissa Rio joins us in studio now with the issues she wants our community to address.
This here is Katara's son, Gabriel. Katara describes her son as the light of every room. As you can see in this video that their family made, Gabriel loved to dance. As Katara grieves the loss of her son, she is now trying to make sure no parent has to go through what she's going through now.
It's the hardest thing as a mom. To lose your kid, to bury your kid. And
Katara Johnson Jones faced the unimaginable this past weekend when she had to lay her beloved son Gabriel to rest. She says she never thought Gabriel would be another life lost to the opioid crisis.
now I understand the pain of every mother and every father, every family, from losing one of their loved ones to something that they cannot control.
As Katara walked me through her home, she smiled as she showed me her family photos. It's their tradition to dress up as the characters from their favorite movie every Christmas. This was something Gabriel especially enjoyed. She said Gabriel had just gotten sober and had been at an addiction treatment center since December. The center said he was having issues and released him in February. In Katara's opinion, that was too soon.
It's a life or death situation when you put them out on the street with no plan.
Katara is now fighting for change.
I don't think that organizations should be able to just put a person out of the program without having a specific plan of action for their success when they leave.
Katara is also advocating for policy changes to make it easier for law enforcement to hold drug dealers accountable. Katara is also calling on all of us as a community to do better. She says fighting this crisis will take a village. She encourages all of us to have more compassion and to offer help to our neighbors, to our community members in need. In studio, Marissa Rio for News Now.
Thank you, Marissa. Here's a look at your Friday planner. Some sunshine to start the day, partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. It's going to be cool, 28 degrees at 7 a.m. Our high of 45, a little below average. And then the snow comes in. I'll let you know what to expect after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by GMC of Riverfront Park.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping in the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov/eligibility.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock Get It Today inventory in the region. Don't miss out on this limited time offer to upgrade your kitchen with the Frigidaire Professional 4-piece package and save up to $3,300. Experience precision cooking with this Frigidaire range. Keep your dishes sparkling with this professional dishwasher. This sleek microwave offers sensor cooking technology and this fabulous refrigerator designed with our Space Pro shelving system.
Cheney, Medical Lake, and the whole Airway Heights area have become a special place in our story. First, it was the place where my dad started Holiday Heating and Cooling. He walked the streets, going door to door, seeing if anyone needed help with their heating and air conditioning. And then there's my story. Cheney is where I grew up, went to school, and finished my degree in mechanical engineering. That helped give me the foundation for what I do today. Now, taking Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric to the next generation. It's a special place in my heart, and Holiday is proud to be part of this community.
The Hoodie Project donates 1,500 hoodies each year, inspiring kids to see college as a real possibility.
By donating $100 for every Eastern touchdown and hosting Numerica's Tailgate for a Cause, Numerica proudly raised $10,000 for the EWU Hoodie Project last season.
These hoodies are more than a sweatshirt. They're a symbol of opportunity and that higher education is within reach.
This is how Numerica cares for kids.
A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
All right, second graders at Linwood Elementary were immersed in Irish culture today without having to leave the inland Northwest.
We fly to Ireland.
Well, Fiona Zweisler, the school's health and fitness teacher, grew up in Ireland and transformed the gym into a lively celebration of Irish culture filled with activities for students. The event featured traditional Irish music, dance, and a variety of interactive games, giving kids a fun way to learn about Ireland's rich heritage.
And if you're looking for ways to celebrate Luck of the Irish, there are plenty of family-friendly events going on this weekend. Here are some. Saturday, you and your kids can search for the 500 gold coins that will be hidden throughout Riverfront Park. And if you find one, you can redeem it for a free ride on the Louvre Carousel or the Numerica Sky Ride. Coins will be hidden at 10 a.m., so make sure you get out there early. And we can't forget about the St. Patrick's Day parades happening in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. The one in downtown Spokane begins at noon in Riverfront Park. The fun begins at 3 p.m. on Sherman Avenue in Coeur d'Alene. For more information, including a detailed map of the parade, head to KXLY.com.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. And Chris, no matter what we do this weekend, we'll want to keep those raincoats handy, yeah?
Yes, especially if you're heading out for some St. Patrick's Day weekend fun. You will be dodging showers off and on this weekend. Right now, it is clear in Coeur d'Alene and a pretty night there. The live view of US 95 and I-90, it's 43 degrees. Meanwhile, as we look toward the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, dark clouds and 45. We do have one area of shower activity that is making its way up I-90. I think we're going to take a direct hit. However, as the sun sets here in the next half hour, these showers will begin to fizzle out and the winds will begin to die down. We've had wind gusts in the 40-mile-per-hour range right now, just sustained winds, a little bit of a breeze in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and Pullman, still 26-mile-per-hour gusts in Spokane Valley. So it will dry out tonight and stay dry for Friday. Here's Friday at 8 a.m. with mostly sunny skies over a good portion of the region, a little bit of fog down in the Spokane River Valley, and then we will see just a few hit and miss snow showers over the mountains in the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho tomorrow afternoon. Then we get into Friday night and we start to see snow developing around the region through Saturday morning. Here's Saturday morning at 5 a.m. with a good chance of some snow through the Northeast Mountains, the Okanagan Valley, Waterville Plateau, and into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Hit and miss showers and more of a rain-snow mix down on the Palouse. And then we'll see things turn over to rain in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene by around 11 a.m., if not just a little bit sooner. Snowfall totals in terms of accumulating snow is a bit of a tough call. There's going to be some warmer air coming along to melt whatever does fall, so you'll have to measure it quickly. But in general, right around an inch or less around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, with more in some of the northern valleys, right around the Spokane area. Spirit Lake, as much as 2 inches of snow, but most locations right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene will be getting less than an inch of snow, which will melt very quickly as we warm up into the mid-40s and see that snow turning over to rain. We'll get a little bit of a break in the wet weather the second part of the day on Saturday, but there's more rain and snow coming on Sunday. And on Monday, we dry out a little bit on Tuesday, and then there's more wet weather coming in the 7-day forecast. Here is a look at your 7-day outlook. Best chance for accumulating snow is going to be Friday night into Saturday morning. However, a chance of rain mixed with snow on several days through the 7-day forecast. Just maybe not quite as shocking when you wake up Saturday morning and see that the backyard has a little bit of snow on it. I think for the most part, it will be more of a non-accumulating rain-snow mix through this 7-day outlook. I'm going to be back with your ski report in the next half hour. Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. This weekend, you can find everything you need to hit the open road at the Spokane Motorcycle Show.
Yeah, the show is back at the Spokane Fairgrounds for its 20th year. You'll see hundreds of bikes from all different makes and models. There are also stunt shows and activities for kids. Chris Cody's dad ran the Spokane Motorcycle Show before he took it over. And he says over the last 20 years, he's seen the show get bigger and better.
Custom bikes just get more incredible. You know, it's not just what you see at the dealerships. The dealers bring the custom motorcycles to these events that people have not seen before.
You can check it all out at the show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Tickets are $12 for adults, and kids get in free. The Central Valley School District may soon change its cell phone policy. Why? The policy's creator says it's time for a new approach.
33 years of law enforcement, this is the worst treatment of humanity that I've ever witnessed.
A man in Connecticut allegedly held captive for 20 years by his stepmother. How he managed to escape. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Buckle up, Sam. It's Truck Month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
Kelsea Ballerini, the ACM and CMA Award winner, live. Friday, March 14th, Spokane Arena. Kelsea Ballerini, with special guests, The Japanese House and Marin Taylor. Tickets on sale now at KelseyBallerini.com. Don't miss Kelsea Ballerini live.
Hi,
Alton Brown here at the top secret facility where we're building my farewell tour, Alton Brown Live Last Bite. Now, like all of our culinary variety shows, there will be comedy, music, science, and an epic yet potentially dangerous culinary demonstration. Hi, 911. It's me again.
March 26th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Fred's Appliance and 4 News Now are teaming up for the Great American Flag Swap. On March 28th, bring your old, tattered flag to any Fred's location, and in exchange, you'll receive a new flag with help from Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift. Let's thank veterans and military families who are serving.
Fred's Appliance is proud to partner with 4 News Now for the Great American Flag Swap. We honor the sacrifices of our military families and veterans. Visit Fred's Appliance today, trusted for over 60 years, where we sell appliances, only appliances.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Buckle up, Sam. It's trunk month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
Mystic Casino Hotel, home of jackpots, food, and fun.
Some breaking news just into the newsroom now. The Spokane Valley Police Department needs help finding 2 missing 11-year-old girls. They were both last seen near Centennial Middle School around 3 o'clock today. They say Brooklyn is wearing a black shirt, black pants, and carrying a white trash bag. Riley is wearing a black Beetlejuice shirt, black pants, and has a lime green coat and a gray backpack. Anyone who sees them is asked to call 911 right away.
Well, a man in Connecticut is accusing his stepmother of holding him captive for 20 years.
WFSB's Roger Susannon explains how he escaped and the conditions this man allegedly has been living in for the majority of his life.
33 years of law enforcement. This is the worst treatment of humanity that I've ever witnessed.
This Waterbury home was a real-life house of horrors. Police say this woman, Kimberly Sullivan, imprisoned her stepson for more than 20 years, starting when he was just 11, in conditions investigators compare to World War II death camps.
It's shuddering to think that someone would treat any person in this way.
We learned today that Waterbury police had investigated the family back in 2005 after other children told DCF workers they were worried about the victim after he had been pulled out of school. But apparently, Sullivan was able to hide the abuse.
Officers went to the house. The house was clean. It was lived in. They spoke to the victim at that point in time, and there were no cause for any alarm.
But after the officers left, police now know the torture continued. The victim says he spent at least 22 hours a day in a 9-foot by 8-foot room on the verge of starvation, often only drinking toilet water. Now, he's finally safe, but his past casts a large shadow.
There's a lot of physical therapy that he'll have to go through. There's a lot of healing that he'll have to go through.
The victim finally freed himself last month by setting a fire inside his bedroom and telling emergency responders about the abuse. Sullivan denies the charges, but hasn't explained why her 32-year-old stepson was just 68 pounds when he was rescued. Neighbors remember catching fleeting glimpses of him a few times through a bedroom window, looking out at the world that until now he could not be a part of.
I think I've kind of convinced myself that maybe I did just make him up all those years ago, but I just hope that he gets the help that he needs to heal from everything.
But whether it is a wagging tail or irresistible puppy eyes, most pet owners think they know what their dog is feeling.
But a new study says we might be getting it all wrong. While your pup's expressions may not mean what you think. Plus, what caused these neon green flames to blast out of a manhole cover at a college campus in Texas. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings. We are professional grade.
When it comes to replacing your windows and doors, you have options. But not all are created equal. Choose Renewal by Andersen. Andersen brand products are rated #1 for quality, durability, and performance. It's no wonder our products are trusted more than Marvin and Pella. Not sure where to start or worried about upfront costs? Schedule a free, no-obligation consultation. Research the rest, then go with the best. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
You expect more from your morning news. Good Morning Northwest delivers.
Warning about phone calls in which the scammer is posing as law enforcement.
The information you need.
We'll continue to keep you updated.
Breaking news.
Level 3 immediate evacuation order.
A forecast that helps you plan your day.
Breezy today as we are in between weather systems.
Fresh and informative coverage.
This is the stretch of this area that you can expect delays.
You expect more in the mornings. Good Morning Northwest delivers. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, the Central Valley School District is working on a stricter cell phone policy that aims to keep students more engaged in class.
The district school board expects to vote on the new policy in a couple of weeks. Derek Strom spoke with district staff and students about the pilot program restricting cell phones in class.
We don't have a one-size-fits-all policy for elementary through high school.
The Central Valley School District has been collecting data throughout the school year from students, staff, and parents about a stricter phone policy it's considering. The district surveyed thousands of people about restricting cell phone use during the school day. The results are somewhat predictable. Students are mostly against the idea, and parents and staff are mostly in favor.
All of those pieces of input were put together in order to formulate what that recommendation to the board became. And so as a board, we understand that this is the synthesis of all that input.
Central Valley School District had a pilot program over the last year at some of its eastern schools that helped inform the cell phone policy that could be going into effect district-wide. And they want kids to have more freedom as they graduate from elementary to middle school to high school when it comes to cell phones. For elementary and middle school students, they aren't allowed to use their phones during the school day unless there's an emergency. High school students have more freedom to use their phones during the day, but students are split.
I would say there has been some students that are like, yeah, actually I've realized I've seen a lot of progress from myself, but a lot of other students have also been like, this is terrible. So it's really a hit or miss either way.
The pilot program ran at Ridgeline High School as well as a few elementary schools and one middle school. Staff that worked with some of the younger students in the pilot program say the program led to big improvements in the classroom.
We're not perfect by any means and still have challenges here and there, but for the large part, it's really helped with our teachers not having to compete in the classroom with a cell phone.
The Central Valley School Board will have the final say on whether the policy will be implemented district-wide. That vote is expected on the 24th. In Spokane Valley, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, let's send it over to Chris Crocker now, who is tracking more rain in the First Alert Weather Center.
Yes, we've been watching this area of rain making its way up I-90 toward downtown Spokane for the last half hour or so. And you could see the streaks of precipitation there on our picture, and the radar backs it up. Here's a look at our radar. We're zoomed in on the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. A few isolated showers down Lake Coeur d'Alene toward Harrison, Worley, and Plummer, but I've been watching this area of precipitation move through Cheney, Medical Lake, and is knocking on the west door here in Spokane. It is not going to be around for long, this area of precipitation. It is pretty fast moving, and it will be dissipating very shortly as we get into the evening and our air mass stabilizes. We also have a few mountain snow showers in progress as well. It's going to be a cold night as skies clear. 28 in Spokane, only 15 in Winthrop tomorrow morning, 23 in Colville, 28 in Pullman. Friday's high temperatures running a bit below average. Will be in the 40s in most locations, 53 in Lewiston. Right around the Spokane area, temperatures ranging from 42 in Spirit Lake to 47 at 9 Mile and downtown, 46 in Meade and Spokane Valley. Let's take a look now at your forecast for Friday. We're going to get a break from the wet weather with mostly clear skies to start the day, and then a few clouds building up in the afternoon. More clouds and some snow coming in Friday night. I'll let you know what to expect in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. People living in Post Falls will be without water tonight because of a planned shutdown. It impacts anyone living south of Mullen Avenue and north of Celtice Way. This means no running water after 10 o'clock. According to the city's water division, service is expected to be restored by 5 a.m. The temporary shutdown is because of work on the Highway 41 interchange.
Well, it'll soon be easier to navigate different parts of the Dishman Hills natural area. Here's a map showing the piece of land in red in the center of your screen there that was recently purchased by the Dishman Hills Conservancy. The group says it now owns land that connects the Edgecliff Trailhead to the Glenrose and Phillips Creek areas. But until the deal is complete, the group asks that you respect private property boundaries.
Well, let's take a live look at the Spokane Pavilion. It has a new name. It is now called the Gisa Credit Union Pavilion.
This afternoon, the Parks Board voted to sell the naming rights. It'll generate $2.6 million over the next 10 years. Our Madeline Mullins joins us now in studio with how the public is feeling about this name change and what the Parks Department plans to do with this new money.
It is official that the pavilion will be called the Gisa Credit Union Pavilion. And when I was at Riverfront Park today, I heard mixed reactions from people about what they think of the city taking the Spokane out of the Spokane Pavilion. The name of the pavilion is changing.
I think it's a little silly because I think it already had a pretty good name.
And some are taking the news better than others.
I think it's a great way that businesses can provide positive value for the city.
One group that is excited about the change is the Spokane Parks Department.
What we hope to do with the money is to help secure free and affordable community engagement activities events for the next 10 to 15 years.
With a $2.6 million partnership with Gisa Credit Union, the city says this will bring in more money to Riverfront Park and to a fund that helps bring free events to parks all over the city.
What we try to do is really program around what the community wants to do, what the latest trends are in recreation, entertainment, and we try to meet the needs of the community where they want it.
Another $50,000 of that will go towards promotions of the pavilion and Riverfront Park, and a community-based programming focused on educational, entertaining, and cultural events. The Parks Department says this brings in new money that was not previously had.
What we currently have is fees from our attractions, for example, or a subsidy from the Parks Fund. So what we're trying to do is find new money that reduces the subsidy to the taxpayers and still allows us to continue our programming efforts to the community.
I heard a lot of guesses today about what the new name would be, and while I didn't hear Gisa Credit Union, I did hear that this landmark will always be considered the Pavilion. In studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
We'll probably get used to it over time. Seattle signed their new starting quarterback, Sam Darnold, today, beginning a new era under center.
Darnold comes off a career year in Minnesota. After the break, hear what he loves most about the game.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Are you an actor?
Stuntman. The Fall Guy. Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
The 20th annual Spokane Motorcycle Show is March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Incredible stunt shows, indoor swap meet, indoor poker run, great giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
Cheney, Medical Lake, and the whole Airway Heights area have become a special place in our story. First, it was the place where my dad started Holiday Heating and Cooling. He walked the streets, going door to door, seeing if anyone needed help with their heating and air conditioning. And then there's my story. Cheney is where I grew up, went to school, and finished my degree in mechanical engineering. That helped give me the foundation for what I do today. Now, taking Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric to the next generation. It's a special place in my heart, and Holiday is proud to be part of this community.
It's here. It's now. The Grand National RV Show. R&R RV North Spokane is hosting the Grand National RV Show March 13th through the 22nd. Shop over 140 RVs inside the West Coast's largest indoor showroom. Motorhomes, camper vans, fifth wheels, and trailers. The time to buy is now. The Grand National RV Show March 13th through 22nd indoors at R&R RV North Spokane. Special show pricing and giveaways. Visit rnrrv.com for more info.
We are bringing caring for the person who is dying back into their own family.
It's all about the person that's leaving this world, but it's equally about the family.
With the necessary supports to assure their comfort, symptom management, and accompaniment as they walk through those final days that for many can be very scary. With caring support can really be the fullness of living as a person dies.
This week on Svengoolie,
the existence of a lost world.
Sounds like fun.
No Indian who's ever lived to tell. And you call it fun?
Oh, you can find the lost world on the next Svengoolie.
Saturday night at 8 on MeTV 4.2.
The 20th annual Spokane Motorcycle Show is March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Incredible stunt shows, indoor swap meet, indoor poker run, great giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
Well, we'll be honest here. Seattle Seahawks fans do not have very fond memories of this game next to me here. The Hawks losing at home to Sam Darnold's Minnesota Vikings. But as of this morning, maybe Darnold's latest heroics will be easier to swallow in Seattle when he's wearing navy and green. The quarterback officially signed with the Seahawks today, a 3-year, $100 million contract, just over half of that money guaranteed. Seattle looks to Darnold after trading away Geno Smith to the Las Vegas Raiders, reuniting the veteran QB with his former coach, Pete Carroll. Darnold had a career-saving season with the Vikings and spoke today for the first time with the Seahawks about what he's most looking forward to.
There's nothing like it, man. There's nothing like scoring a touchdown, whether it's me throwing it or whether it's, someone, whether it's a running back, fullback, whoever running the ball in. There's nothing like hearing that noise, especially in a place like Lumen, to be able to hear that after a score. There's nothing like it in the world.
When September rolls around, Darnold will be just the third season opening quarterback to start for Seattle since 2012. So looking at the full list of these new free agent signings, they're not very long, but there's some big ones in here. Besides Darnold, Seattle added former Dallas pass rusher DeMarcus Lawrence, very good one there, former New Orleans wide receiver deep threat Marcus Valdes-Scantling, and former Baltimore offensive lineman Josh Jones. And some more NFL news, former Washington State Cougar quarterback Gardner Minshew signing with the Kansas City Chiefs. 3-time defending AFC champions are led by, of course, the already legendary Patrick Mahomes, and Minshew will be serving as a primary backup after spending last season, you see here with the Raiders, starting in 9 games. This is Minshew's 5th NFL team. And we have some more signings, but this time it's the other football. The Spokane Velocity prepared for their season opener. They added a former Gonzaga Bulldog to their ranks. Defender Jalen Chrysler, a former All-WCC first-team player and Washington native, returning to the Inland Northwest. He had a couple-year stint with the Richmond Kickers of USL League One. He earned an all-league first-team spot. He had Defender of the Year finalist in 2022. Last couple of years, he was with one Knoxville FC, which, funny enough, that's the team Spokane starts the year against, kicking off Sunday at 4 p.m. So lots to be excited for this weekend. Chiefs close their regular season in a few days at least. Velocity opening theirs, and of course, can't forget about Selection Sunday.
Never stops for you.
Oh, yeah.
Soccer, though, means like spring for me. That's changing everything, so cool.
It happens fast.
Well, a class action lawsuit alleging toxins in Girl Scout cookies is falling apart.
The woman seeking more than $5 million in damages has now backed out of the case. ABC's Andrew Dimbert explains.
A legal fight against Girl Scout cookies appears to be crumbling after the lead plaintiff pulled out of the lawsuit.
It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie.
Earlier Earlier this week, a New York woman filed the $5 million class action lawsuit against the Scouts and their bakeries, claiming they're misleading the public by selling cookies contaminated with dangerous heavy metals.
Thin Mints being the worst offenders.
The lawsuit was filed just days after podcaster Joe Rogan discussed a dubious study accusing all Girl Scout cookies of being contaminated and containing pesticides.
New investigation found 100% of tested Girl Scout cookies contained glyphosate, 100%.
Elon Musk jumping in, asking, is this for real? The Scouts insist their cookies meet all food safety standards and that some heavy metals occur naturally. And medical experts quickly poked holes in the study Rogan quoted. Only 25 cookies in total were tested. The study was not published or peer-reviewed, and it judged the cookies based on water safety guidelines, not food guidelines. The woman who originally brought the case now filing for a voluntary dismissal. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
One astronaut from Spokane is set to return to space tomorrow, leading a rescue mission for two people stuck on the International Space Station. Spokane native Ann McLean went to Gonzaga Prep and has spent 204 days in space as a flight engineer. Tomorrow, she'll lead the four-person crew on the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. Yesterday's original launch was scrubbed because of an issue with a ground support clamp for the rocket. NASA is now targeting a launch time of 4:03 tomorrow afternoon. You can watch the launch on our free streaming app for your TV, KXLY+.
Four things to know about your weather. It's going to be a dry day on Friday. Should even see some sunshine. Snow in the mountains, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment because we also have some snow coming right down into the valleys Saturday morning. Only minor accumulations, but it is going to be a wet weekend. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
There are 24,000 graduating seniors in Idaho this year. Each of you unique, powerful, independent. Each of you ready to become the next Idaho success story. That's why Idaho launches here, to see you through. Up to $8,000 for education and training. Support for jobs in hundreds of fields, so you can choose your own path. Because you invent you. Launch just helps.
Celebrate 30 years of winning at the Kootenai Casino with exciting promotions including daily hot spins, a special St. Patrick's Day drawing, and anniversary cash and bonus play giveaways. Ready to get away this March? Stay Sunday through Thursday at the Kootenai Falls Lodge for just $59 per night, or a Riverview room for $79 and get a free $30 Kootenai credit included. Come stay and win at the inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
All right, he's fixed. Place should be ready by game time.
Ah, sweet, man. But hey, since you're here, you want to play a quick game of horse?
I've never played before, but, well, I just get into the hoop?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Like that?
You know what? Forget the game. Show me that work you did on the furnace earlier.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was pretty good, though, right?
Let's just worry about the furnace for now.
You think I could dunk?
Hey, Rob, let's gear up and go this year.
Try searching, fishing, and hunting.
I know where I'm going, yeah.
Let's go.
This year, the outdoors is unleashed at the Big Horn Show, March 20th to 23rd at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Veterans, first responders, and military enjoy $7 tickets on Hero Day, plus a free Dave Bray USA concert. On Family Day, kids are free. Get tickets at BigHornShow.com. Presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mamma Mia. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
All right, take a look at this video here of neon green flames blasting from a manhole cover at Texas Tech University. Investigators say it was caused by a series of underground explosions. The explosions knocked out power to several buildings, forcing the school to shut down for the rest of the week. And the students weren't complaining, though, because they got to start their spring break a couple days early. Oh. Wow, though, that video.
Yeah.
Something else.
Wow. That is scary.
I would have thought like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something awful like that.
Maybe they had something to do with it.
So strange.
Okay, I know everybody's sort of looking at spring and thinking spring, but this is my favorite time of year to ski. And it is the ski report time, and oh my goodness, the conditions are so good. And let me, my public service announcement, I talk about this every year this time. If you are new to skiing, if you have never been, if you want to learn, now is such a great time. It's a little less crowded, the snow is softer, and it's warmer. And look at all the snow that the resorts have gotten over the past 24 hours. 9 inches at 49 degrees north, 5 at Lookout, 3 at Mount Spokane, and 7 at Schweitzer, an inch in Silver. At Silver, they're going to get a little bit more tomorrow, everybody, in the ½ to inch range. And you'll likely see a little bit of sunshine at Mount Spokane and 49 degrees north in particular. And then there's a whole lot more snow coming as we get into Friday night. Here's a look at some of the snowfall totals we could see at some of our ski areas. Another 5 inches of snow at Lookout Pass between now and Saturday afternoon. Mount Spokane, it's their last night of night skiing on Saturday, so there'll be fresh powder for you to enjoy there. Almost 7 inches, 3.5 at 49 degrees north, and over 5 inches of snow at Schweitzer, and then a little bit more coming. Now, speaking of things on the way, here's a look at an ominous-looking sky over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. It's gone from dark to more of a red color. This is not because of the lunar eclipse. It's just the sunset over these clouds, and we do have some showers moving right through Spokane. They've been making their way up I-90 into the Spokane area. These showers are already tapering off and will not be around for long. We're going to be dry overnight and dry tomorrow, other than a few isolated mountain snow showers, as I mentioned. If you are going to go out and check out the lunar eclipse, skies are clearing around the region. Temperatures will be in the 30s as we get into the 9 o'clock hour and close to freezing by midnight. With clearing conditions, the best views are going to be closer to that 11 midnight range. Just look at the moon and it's going to look kind of blood red. We have more wet weather on the way. I'm taking you through Friday, 8 a.m., dry conditions across the region, a little bit of patchy fog, and then we'll stay dry other than a few mountain snow showers in the afternoon until we get into late Friday night, early Saturday morning. Here's Saturday at 5 o'clock with a chance of snow throughout the entire Spokane, Coeur d'Alene region, the Northeast Mountains, and North Idaho. By 11 a.m., most of Spokane down through the Palouse will have made the transition over to rain or a non-accumulating rain-snow mix. Here's an early look at some of the snowfall totals that could greet you when you wake up Saturday morning. Up to an inch or a little bit more, but it's tough to measure this kind of snow because it may pile up for 5 minutes and then immediately start melting as we head into the mid-40s. But it will be, I love this phrase from the National Weather Service. Stephen there calls it novelty snow. It's not going to impact your day much unless you happen to be headed to Riverfront Park for some of the St. Patrick's Day festivities. Then you might get snowed on a little bit, and then it will turn over to a rain-snow mix and then just rain. Rain-snow mix on Sunday and breezy conditions. More wet weather on St. Patrick's Day Monday. There'll be green on the radar, and we'll be wearing green.
All right, Chris, thank you. Around the world tonight, ceasefire negotiations are underway in Moscow.
Yeah, top U.S. officials are trying to get Russian President Vladimir Putin on board with a U.S. proposal to stop the fighting in Ukraine. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
Russian President Vladimir Putin responding today to a temporary ceasefire proposal from the U.S. that would stop the fighting with Ukraine for 30 days. Ukraine has already agreed, and now Putin says he's in favor of the deal, but has questions about how it would work. Putin asking for guarantees that during that time frame, Ukraine will not mobilize, will not train, and will not receive weapons.
I think in some ways he's being a little cute, if you will, and you don't usually hear that associated with President Putin.
Ukraine calling Putin's response typical, saying Russia's information strategy will be aimed at accusing Ukraine of their own violations and making strange demands. A prisoner exchange, the return of forcibly displaced Ukrainian children, and a commitment to signing the U.S.-Ukraine minerals deal, all part of the proposed agreement. Last week, President Trump threatened more sanctions if Russia does not agree to a ceasefire. Trump meeting with the Secretary General of NATO today at the White House.
A lot of the details of a final agreement have actually been discussed. Now we're going to see whether or not Russia's there, and if they're not, it'll be a very disappointing moment for the world.
Meanwhile, the fighting rages on, with both sides ramping up attacks in the contested border region of Kursk. Putin traveling there this week, ordering his troops to destroy any Ukrainian formations.
Putin and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff are scheduled to meet tonight. Russian officials say they'll discuss a possible new strategy. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping in the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
For March only, buy one window or door and get the second 40% off. Plus, get an additional $750 off your entire project. Schedule your complimentary consultation. Call Renewal by Anderson today.
The heart work of Joya is that they come in and they don't just see a diagnosis. They don't see a child with Down syndrome. They see a child who is worth investing in, because it's not just about what that child's going to do today or tomorrow. It's about where their life is going to go. Being connected to Joya just gives you a sense that you're not alone. Joya is not just there for Elliot. Joya is there for the whole family.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Get the Tiguan with 0% APR or a $2,500 customer bonus. At Post Falls Volkswagen, it's easy to drive home your dream SUV.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen. The home is 0000.
I've been dealing with my weight issues for all my life. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay home and just be a couch potato. I wanted to have a fresh start. Spokane Wellness Group has helped me stay on track. When I started losing the weight, then I felt more comfortable. I feel wonderful right now because I've lost 65 pounds. It doesn't take me 10 minutes to walk across the parking garage anymore. I would encourage anybody to go to the Spokane Wellness Group. They stay with you every step of the way.
Tee off in style at Circling Ravens' top-tier golf suites. Play more than 80 famous golf courses around the world. It's a hole-in-one for all skill levels. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
Next ET, Brad Pitt gets hearts racing.
It was really good fun.
New scenes from F1, plus our night out with Jamie Foxx and Amanda Seyfried gets us hyped for
Mamma Mia 3 is happening.
Next
Watch
ET.
4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
You're gonna be so mad at me.
Daddy, where's Mommy?
Called every hospital from here to Orange County. No one seen Maddie.
The 911 two-part return continues tonight on ABC.
Well, whether it's a sloppy kiss, a wag of the tail, or those puppy dog eyes, most pet owners think they have a good understanding of the unique ways our furry friends try to communicate with us.
Yeah, but a new study suggests we might not be so spot on when it comes to reading our dog's emotions. Listen to this. Researchers showed people this video of a dog barking at a vacuum, and many assumed the dog felt threatened. Then they showed a video of the dog barking when he was shown his leash, and many replied that he was excited to go for a walk. Turns out researchers used the same video in both examples. and the only difference was the human perception. Researchers say context is everything when trying to understand your pups.
We've had some rumbles of thunder up around Sandpoint in the last 15 minutes. We have some showers moving through Spokane, but we'll be drying out overnight.
All right, but keep that jacket handy for the foreseeable future.
Yes.
I'm gonna need it. We'll see it for Nightside at 11.